Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn a new topic that is a very interesting topic. It's about palaces of India. So, before independence, our ancient India was ruled by kings. So, all these kings they had a very special interest in architectures and they built a very luxurious and majestic palaces. And those palaces were designed in such a way that inside the palace house there was a famous collections of classic cars, handmade sculptures or different types of artwork. So because of this, these designs were very famous and they were influenced by the different Mughals, different European kings and other Indian architectures. So we will learn about the palaces of India built by this king who built powerful kingdoms all across the subcontinent. So the kings who ruled in different parts of India, they have traced as a mark by building the palaces. So today we will learn different palaces of India. Let's see the first palace, that is the Hawa Mahal Palace. I think so you might have heard about this palace. The Hawa Mahal Palace, it is one of the most famous ancient monuments of Rajasthan, that is in Jaipur. So it is in Jaipur in Rajasthan. Hawa Mahal, it was built in 1799 AD and it was built by Maharaja Savai Pratap Singh. So it was built by Maharaja Savai Pratap Singh. So the word Hawa Mahal means wind palace. That is, Hawa means, you all know that it is a name wind. That's why it was given the name wind palace. So it is said that it has about 953 windows. So this palace, it has 953 windows through which the breeze flows and keep the palace cool. So it was named Hawa Mahal because from these 953 windows, the breeze, that is the air, flows and it keeps the palace cool. This palace, it is carved out of red and pink sandstone. So it was made from the red and pink sandstone. You can see from the picture, it is a combination of red and pink sandstone. Hawa Mahal, it is the tallest building in the world without a foundation. So this is the tallest building without a foundation. And the structure of this Mahal, it is in a curved and leaning at an angle of 87 degrees. You can see in the picture it is in an angle of 87 degrees. It is a curved. And it is built in the shape of Lord Krishna's crown. So it was built, it has given the shape of Lord Krishna's crown. The Hawa Mahal Palace windows is famous for its lattice work, that is, it is designed in such a way that with wood and metal and the pattern of crisscross, that is with a crisscrossed small design, and all the windows are designed with a wood or metal with this work. The purpose of this building was, it was to allow the royal ladies to watch all the activities of the local marketplace without being seen. So it was for the royal ladies, for their privacy, so that from the windows they can see all the activities taking place in the marketplace. So it was built for this purpose. So Hawa Mahal, it is a palace located in Jaipur in Rajasthan and it was built of red and pink sandstone. It was built by Maharaja Swami Pratap Singh. Now we'll see the next palace, that is the Umaid Bhawan Palace. So the Umaid Bhawan Palace, it is built in Jodhpur, that is in Rajasthan, and it is a marvel built by Maharaja Umaid Singh of Rathore. So it was built by the Maharaja Umaid Singh of Rathore. So Umaid Bhawan Palace, it is a last royal palace, that is the youngest royal palace that was built before the independence of India, that is before 4 years independence of India. Its foundation were laid in 1929 and the work was completed in 1943. So inside the Umid Bhavan Palace, there is a royal residence, there is a heritage hotel, and there is also a museum. There is an interesting story behind this building. It is said that during the 1920s, there was a famine struck, that is, there was a shortage of food and other things for the people of Jodhpur. That's why the people were in trouble and they came for a help to the Maharaja Umid Singh. And because of his generosity, he asked a new palace to give employment to the people. So this palace was built to give the people employment so that they will be not in a trouble anymore. So this palace was built to provide employment to his people during the time of the famine, that is during the time of difficulty of the people. Now let's see the next palace, that is the Padmanabhapuram Palace. So the Padmanabhapuram Palace, it is in Kanyakumari district, that is in Kerala. It was built in the 16th century. It was built in the 16th century and it is a palace that which resembles a symbol of serenity and simplicity. This palace was constructed by a ruler named Iravi Verma Kulshekara Perumal, and this powerful ruler dedicated this entire palace. It was given to the family diet of the Maharaja of Travancore, Marthanda Varma. So it was dedicated to the Travancore Maharaja Marthanda Varma. This palace building with stunning Kerala style architecture. So inside the palace there is a this is a wooden palace with its floral decors and black granite floor, and it is also very famous for its paintings, ceilings paintings, royal chair, windows of colored mica and such different architecture. And there is also several secret underground tunnels which gives a magnificent beauty to this palace. So now this is a very tourist place and many people visit to see this palace. Now we will see the next palace, that is the Ujjainta Palace. The Ujjainta Palace, it is in northeast India, that is in the Tripura state, located in Agartala, that is the capital of Tripura. So it was built by Maharaja Radha Kishore Manikya. It was built by Maharaja Radha Kishore Manikya. This palace was constructed between 1899 and 1901, that is in 19th century, and it stands on the banks of two lakes surrounded by gardens. So this palace, it is located in the banks of two lakes surrounded by garden. So the architecture shows a mixture of Mughal, Roman and British. And there are also two large artificial ponds on both sides of the garden, which is decorated with pools and fountains. There are two large artificial ponds on both sides of the garden, which is decorated with pools and fountains. And it is now the largest museum in Northeast India. So this palace, it is the largest museum in Northeast India, which is located in Agartala, that is the capital of Tripura state, and it was built by Maharaja Radha Kishore Manikya. Now we'll see the next palace, that is about Lake Palace. So the Lake Palace, it is a very beautiful palace in Udaipur in Rajasthan. So this Lake Palace was built between 1743 and 1746, and it was built under the direction of Maharana Jagat Singh II, that is the Mewar Kings, and it was initially called as Jan Nivas. This palace, it was constructed facing to the east so that the inhabitants living in this can pray to Surya, that is the Hindu sun god, facing to Surya. Most of the rulers use this palace as their summer resort. The Lake Palace, it is located on the island of Jag Nivas, and now this palace, it is a royal dynasty of Mewar and it has turned into a hotel. The Lake Palace, it was constructed with white and black marbles. It has also courtyards, beautiful fountains and well-prepared gardens. And inside the palace, it is decorated with carved arcs, paintings, crystal work, stained glass work, inland stones of pink and green lotus leaves. So it is a very beautiful palace that is located on the island on the lake of Jagnivas and in Udaipur in Rajasthan, and it was built by the Mewar kings, and it was built of white marbles, and it is now a luxury hotel. Now you'll see the next palace, that is about Lakshmi Vilas Palace. So this magnificent palace, it was built in 1890. It was built by Maharaja Sayaji Rao III and was named after his third wife, that is Rani Lakshmi Bai. It is located in Vadodara. The construction of this palace was started in 1878 and it took 12 years for its completion. And it was considered as one of the most expensive palaces built during this time. And this palace, it consists of a miniature railway train and a museum and the paintings by Raja Ravi Verma. And it also has modern amenities like elevators, western plumbing, electric bells and internet telephone systems. And it was constructed by the Gaikwad family, a prominent Maratha family who ruled the Baroda state. That is in a place in Vadodara, that is in Gujarat. Now let's see the next palace, that is Amba Vilas Palace, called as Mysore Palace. It is a very historic building located in the city of Mysore, that is in state of Karnataka. It is located at a distance of 140 km from Bengaluru, that is situated in the center city of Mysore. The first palace was formed of sandalwood, which was destroyed, and a new castle palace was built. It was built by the Wadiyar Raja. The kingdom of Mysore was taken over by Wadiyar Raja, and it is designed in such a way that it has Hindu, Muslim and Rajput architectural styles. So it was architectured with Hindu, Muslim and Rajput style. So it took 15 years to build this palace, and it was built by the British architect Henry Irvine. The interior of this palace is designed with carved doors, stained glass ceilings and with glittering glazed flooring tiles. All the rooms of this palace are stunningly very luxurious. So the Amba Vilas Palace, which is also called as a Mysore Palace, which is located in Karnataka, it was built by Maharajas of Mysore, that is a Warrior royal family, and it has a Hindu, Muslim and Rajput architectural styles. Now let's see the next palace, that is the Jai Vilas Palace. So it is located in Gwalior, that is in Madhya Pradesh. It is a beautiful and very historic rich palace. It was built in 1874 by Maharaja Dhiraj Srimant Jaiji Rao Sisinda Alija Bahadpur, and this palace was designed by architect Sir Michael Filos, who drew inspiration from Italian, that is the Tuscan and Corinthian style of architecture. And Jai Vilas, it was built to welcome Prince Edward Jaiji Rao VII. Foreign artisans have decorated the entire palace. There is a museum inside the palace. The palace has a total of 400 rooms, with 40 rooms housed as museums. And the roof of this palace, you will find a gold with gems on the roof. And it is a very beautiful and very historic palace. Now let's see the exercise part. So in the exercise part, the image of palaces are given with their descriptions, and in the help box there are name of the palace. So with the explanation what I have given, you can Write it as your homework. Now let's see the next part, that is see the fun time. Some countries of the world still have kings and queens. So many still live at the royal palaces of those countries. So there are many countries which still there are kings and queens rule the country. So we have to match the king or queen with the palace in which he or she lives. Now let's see the first one, that is Queen Elizabeth II. So Queen Elizabeth II, she's from a British royal family. So she rules Buckingham Palace, that is the London residence, which is the headquarters of monarch of the United Kingdom, located in the city of Westminster. So now you can write for Buckingham Palace in that box. They have given the options you have to write. So you can write first one, that is C. You can write first one, that is Queen Elizabeth. Now we will see the second one, that is King Abdullah II. King Abdullah II, he was the sixth king of Saudi Arabia, that is in Riyadh. So King Abdullah II, he was the Prince of Ragadan Palace. It is a crown palace which is located in Royal Court, that is Al Makar in Amman, that is in Jordan. So this palace, it is constructed in a traditional Islamic style and with colored glass windows. So now see the option E, Ragadan Palace. So you can write in Ragadan Palace number 2, that is King Abdullah II. Now see the third picture, that is King Carl XVI Gustav. So he is the king of Sweden. He is the youngest child and only son of Prince Gustav Adolf. So he is the king of Stockholm Palace, that is the official residence, and it is a royal palace of the Swedish monarch. So you can write Stockholm Palace D. In the D image you can write that is option 3. So you can write there 3. Now we will see the next king, that is King Jigme Wangchuck. So King Jigme Wangchuck, or known as Dragon King, is from the Kingdom of Bhutan. So he is the Prince of Dechonsling Palace. So he is the King of Dechonsling Palace, which is located in Thimphu, that is the capital of Bhutan. So in the Dechonsling Palace you can write number 4, that is King Jigme Wangchuck. Now we will see the fifth one. So the fifth image, it is King Harald. So the King Harald, he is the king of Norway. Harald was the third child and he is the only son of King Olav. So he is the king of the royal palace. You can see the image of royal palace in Oslo, which was built in the first half of the 19th century. The residence of French-born King Charles III John of Norway. So in the royal palace F image we can write number 5, that is King Harald. You see the last one, sixth one. Emperor Akihito is a member of the Imperial House of Japan. So he is the king of Tokyo Imperial Palace. You can see image A, which is the main residence of the Emperor of Japan. It is a large park-like area located in Chiyoda district of Chiyoda ward of Tokyo. So you can write in the image A, Tokyo Imperial Palace, you can write number 6, that is Emperor Akihito. So I think so children, you have understood palaces of India and kings ruling the palace in different other countries. So go through it, learn the name of the palaces of India. Okay, that's it for today and thank you.